What's going on, guys? I'm Tiger T, bringing you another video, and today we are doing a Hypecast, and I have a very special guest with me. I want to say hi to Dickle.
Heyo.
So,
thanks for having me on the stream.
of course, man. Of course.
I've been wanting to be on this stream exactly for about a year now, honestly.
Yeah. So, if for many of you that don't know who Dickle is, he was in my first gameplay video, which was Pacify. If you haven't seen that video already, go check that out. It's where me and him, you can put a face to the voice.
Yeah,
so
to the screaming voice.
Yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Everybody said we were bleeding their ears with our screams. I loved it. I
was terrified, dude. People don't understand. I mean, they do understand. Nobody wants to play those games.
Yeah, it didn't look scary like.
I don't know what you're talking about. The
no, on the video, video.
Okay.
Like I was like last time I remembered, it was not that non-scary. You have to experience
yeah,
like
you're walking up the stairs and you turn your head around the corner.
Oh my,
and you see a little
dude,
bit. No,
dude, it was really bad when we were in the furnace area. We're burning the babies, and then we're just chilling. We think we're safe, and then boom, just out of nowhere. It scared the crap out of me. I was like, no, literally. I was like screaming so loud, like apparently my neighbors heard me and all, and they were worried what was going on. I was like, no, it's fine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all right though. Horror, I don't know how those streamers could play it like.
So on my stream, whenever I do my stream is very rare, but when I do them, it's usually when I'm playing a horror, mainly a story-driven horror, right? Which was Alien Isolation to start out with. That's the one that got me like at least 10 views at one point. It got me 10 views, and I was like, oh man, that was a crazy feeling. Like I love it whenever you can get at least 10 people's attentions.
Right.
For just something so small as playing a video game. Right, and then they get to see how I react, and they get to critique me and call me a pussy or whatever. But that's just how
it's so like I can't do horror, man. I can't.
I think you'll get over it. So the thing with horrors is they have this crazy thing where oh, what are they gonna do? Fucking kill me? Well, they actually do kill you. But when you actually get killed for the first time, that sense of grief goes away. Because then you're like, oh, I just start over again.
Like when
you can't really.
I guess so. Yeah. But
you kind of get over it at some point.
You think?
Yeah.
Like, have you gotten over it?
Yeah, for sure. Like Alien Isolation. The first time I saw the alien, I hid under a bed or something and never moved for 5 minutes.
What about like pure horror games, like Amnesia or like?
I didn't think Amnesia was that scary.
It was like an atmosphere kind of game.
Not
so much. Yeah.
But it wasn't like I wasn't terrified of it when I did play it. This wasn't I wasn't streaming it at all. So when I did play it, it was kind of just like me in my room at night, dark. I opened it and I was like, oh, I can pick up a barrel. Look at me, I'm PewDiePie. Barrels and stuff like that. But it never really was that scary. Like the monster, once you actually get to see it, like a model or a picture of the model, it's not like, oh, that's like. It's kind of scary the first time you see it, but then you start to see the pixels and how it was created, and then what made it scary, right? And then the more you look into what made it scary, it makes it less scary, kind of thing.
I think it's more of I guess like if someone says, of course.
Go on.
Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe the blue moon.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm not trying to. Okay. But how would you say it? If someone says "boo" to you 100 times, the first time it's like, oh, and then
startling, but
yeah, and then I think after a while it's like
you build the tolerance.
Yeah.
Like with alcohol, I think you can build a tolerance for pretty much. Cheers. Cheers to you guys out there too. Thanks for watching.
I never really drank on a Hypecast, but
I mean, isn't this what you're supposed to do? I assume it really is kind of what's supposed to happen.
I mean, starting streamers. I don't know.
I mean, for starting streamers, it's like,
I think
you get that idea when you're in high school or maybe middle school, and you're like, you know what, I think I finally have some money set aside to get a camera, to get a computer, and then to start
honestly,
recording.
I think
you don't even need a computer sometimes. You can straight up do it off of a camera if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know some people who don't even use cameras, just straight up microphone.
Well, yeah, well, and that's
the old fashion.
That's where podcasts started.
Yeah.
Streaming on Spotify or whatever. I don't even know. On radios are fucking.
Oh yeah, radio's the mega.
Yeah, but then they just play music whenever things get awkward.
Yeah, it's like
you don't have to keep listening to me.
Now
here's some circle or some shit. The box.
Here's some advert. Wait, they're not supposed to like music nowadays. You can't if you're a music artist, you can't. It's illegal. Like if you're, I don't want to say.
I don't know what
like if you're a station.
Or a radio station.
Yeah, if you're a radio station, let's say I'm an artist, I can't pay you or the station money for you to play my music. I think it's
they pay you to play your song because you have it copyrighted.
Yeah, that's how it works. So
yeah, but that goes to your agent. That doesn't go to that.
Yeah,
the person who sings it doesn't.
Yeah,
most likely doesn't get to.
Yeah,
he's probably smoking weed out in the back. The manager's dealing with all this shit.
He got a contract. He's in the contract that's like, hey, you work for me, so you do what I.
Yeah, that's not technically how it is. That manager is the one who makes you popular like that. You're not just gonna be popular out of nowhere. The manager goes out of his way for you to introduce you to all these new people or even the popular people to get you up there.
Yeah. It's like, hey, if you got talent. No, that's what I kind of want to do when maybe in the future, like.
You want to be like an artist scouter? Or
yeah, something like a producer in a way,
okay.
And then I want to be able to have my own charities and all that, and
yeah,
that's like the best feeling in the world.
That's top tier streaming right there.
I know. I don't know if you ever got to the point, but have you ever I always bring this up, and I think I feel like a broken record. But have you ever met or got someone who said your videos change someone's life?
Oh.
Has that ever happened to you?
No, mostly me. I'm screaming into my mic and stuff. So.
Well, do you get a feeling
I hope
life?
my values and my personal values while playing a game, get brought out, and it can help someone see the bigger picture, in their life or whatever, right? But it's never really been I can't believe I actually get to meet you. Your video changed my life. No, I
don't mean like that. I mean made someone's day in a way. Hey,
yeah, I've had those.
Yeah, those. I think that's what. That's
what ties it all together.
Yeah, that's the best feeling in the world. And if people are starting off, I'm not even that big, but I have some of my friends who are like, hey, can you?
More than I do. So.
I feel like that's the.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, it's but it's fine. If you're starting somewhere and you're throwing stuff out, I just do it just because my friends and family and all they watch my stuff, so I do it for them because and then
it's a source of entertainment.
Yeah, and I just did a new video for New Year's, and I basically had more money in Tango. Eat a pack, 3 packs of gum.
Oh yeah, I saw that video pop up in my subscribers thing. I was like, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, and I'll let you.
Over a million pieces of gum.
Maybe a little clickbait. Maybe a little clickbait.
I'm like,
I do want to be a big YouTuber. I do, but I'm not thirsty about it.
Still gotta start somewhere.
I'm still doing it for fun, and I'm gonna keep on doing that until it starts. If it does kick off, I just want to take it nice and chill because I think that's best for people who enjoy doing this.
I think currently what people want is if they do like your quality of videos, they want you to continuously churn it out day after day.
Yes.
Because that's how I feel when I watch YouTube. I'm watching someone I really enjoy, and I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? That's he puts out a video every single day.
That's so hard. It's insane. How could
you have to do a lot of recording? Granted, he does the person I watch, Call Me Kevin, right? He does 10-minute videos of one single game, right? He does a bunch of different games, mostly old ones, obviously, because they're easier to make. You don't have to or invest so much time into them, right?
Right.
So he could play 20 games in a single day, 10 minutes roughly, or maybe 30 minutes roughly of each game to get 10-minute footage of it. Clips that down. He has a video for every single day he releases, except for holidays when he wants to take some time off.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, if you really wanted to, you could just do 30 videos in a day. But that would come into the context of like quantity over quality.
That's when you're like, you know, I guess sort of like you work around your own schedule. You know, like
that's the other great thing about it.
Yeah, it's nice too, but you know, I'm glad I got my one sponsorship. Having that is a struggle because you know, photography. It's right down there, guys, right there. Literally, you can see the information right there. If you want to go check him out, he is still my sponsor, and going buying him helps him out, and it helps me out too. And you know, I'm gonna try getting like a couple more stuff from him, more photos and all that, so you guys could go check it out and all. Because you know, it's still iffy. You know, most people don't like buy photos and all that nowadays because you go. But his stuff is really good quality, and you know, if you want photo shoots and all that, you know, just send him an email or send him a direct message on Instagram. You know, just be like, hey, Tiger T sent me. I want blah 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 done, and you know. But
yeah, no, because you were telling me about it, right? And I was thinking, you know, like, oh, you know, it'd be really cool. Is like I'm working on a car right now, a Z3 Cherry Red, or 1998 Z3, and then I have my motorcycle. And I always wanted to get like a picture framed of me on like in my car or one on my motorcycle. I think the one on my motorcycle would look cooler. Mm-hmm. Get that like framed and put up somewhere. So my brother has one. He has it's like actually a canvas painting of his helmet of just him looking up into the distance. And that's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
It doesn't even have his bike. It just has his head and a helmet.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes, and if you're moto fanatic or not even like if you just want like capture of a sunset or something, you know, it's
always nice to get one of those like really high quality like pictures.
Yeah.
To hang up inside your house and be like, oh, I took that.
Yeah.
Or someone I know took that.
Yes, you know.
I was there when that happened.
Yeah, like it's nice. Anyway, but yeah, I'm lucky to have him as a sponsor. It really helps me out as like a foundation, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you don't start off with sponsors.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like sponsors, you need like what, like a million?
Sponsors don't care about you unless you start getting like they start getting trending. That's what it is. They
check
the trending page, right? They're like, oh, I haven't seen this guy before. His videos are coming out. They're pretty good. Let's send him a sponsorship. Yeah. All he has to do is say, you know, Squarespace.
Or BetterHelp. That was a thing.
MeUndies.
Oh yes, dude. Shadow Legends. This game is so immersive.
Dollar Shave Club. I don't shave, but yeah.
Oh,
you know, all the sponsors they get thrown at you after you start picking it up, and then I think, you know, most of the time whenever the people have built-in sponsors, a lot of people like to believe that, you know, they sold out. Those people sold out. You know, their platform for money.
Yeah.
But like you gotta understand, that's the sole thing they're doing to make money.
Mm-hmm. But
you know, but it's also entertainment for you, so it's kind of like a win-win. You know.
I think if you're gonna get sponsored, do it someone like whether it means something to you, whether it helps out a fan. Like in this case, it's helping out a friend because photography. He's a good friend of mine, and you know that's how he wants, and I think that's how it's gonna be like how PewDiePie does it with Elgato.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he likes their product, so he like if you support a company, I don't think you should just be like a sponsor.
Like G Fuel and all that.
Like like I feel like, but if it's not like a lost weight program or something, you know, right. Something you don't use,
something
or
like
it's like
it doesn't tie into the audience.
Yeah, and it's like why you like I get that it's making you money, but like, is that who you are as a genuine person? Like,
like, do you solely swear by your life that Dollar Shave Club
is what you use?
Not to like knock on. Like, I've never had any like issue with them if you know I did use them. But.
I mean, but like if a company did like say, hey, I like what you're doing, can I send you some more products to try out, and you like it, that's different, because you're you know. But I see some sellout channels just, you know. Ad.
Oh man, sorry. Just had a little itchy bitch in my throat. I mean, what?
Yeah, so many sellouts. But you know,
I mean, you gotta have those guys for, there's bound to be those people, I should say, so.
Yeah, and that, are just over the top, so over the top.
It's fine with being over the top.
I think that's because,
if it fits your personality.
Yeah.
Over the top. Some people are just born to be, outgoing. More outgoing so than the others. Me, I think I'm a little mixture of both. But mostly I'm like an introvert. I like to just hole up in my room for like a couple of days. And then I'll go out and be like, oh, crap, it's fucking winter? What?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but it like, I guess like when you're streaming, it's, I think you're more connected to your audience.
For sure. Like, yeah, exactly. Because if you're streaming, right, they have something they want to ask you. They can ask you. It just pops up in this little text in the bottom right corner.
I know.
Well, for me, it's the bottom.
I'm more of on YouTube and you're more on Twitch.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna start using YouTube I'm gonna put my edited videos on there. So I'll have my stream, right? But I'll record my stream, edit those videos, and throw them on YouTube.
Man, but I like YouTube because,
it's easier to work around. It's not like, like if you mess up, you slip and you say like the N-word on stream, it's not gonna come back. You're not gonna be able to come back from that.
Like, I mean, when I do my modification videos for my car, there's a bunch of awkward pauses. Oh my gosh, like we'll be stuck like, so how does this work again?
Yeah,
it's like, what? But all you guys are saying, so all you gotta do is just do this, this, instead of like,
exactly.
I think
they don't see the whole struggle where you spend a whole day.
Yeah, I feel
trying to put on this like sticker.
Yeah, what if you're like, if you're streaming, like, what if you're caught like just roaming around or something, like. Is that,
like
I
you
feel
get
like,
lost in thought and then you're just kind of doing something.
Yeah, and you're just like
it happens. It happens.
Yeah. What if you're like, I feel like people who play like farming games and not like not.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like someone who's just getting stuff.
Yeah.
For like the
like
character.
They're grinding.
They're grinding
like really hard.
And they're just
really
there like
do constantly.
Like I feel like, I mean,
so in those cases, right? What I would like to, or what I typically try to do, is talk about like something that happened in my day or something that affected me recently, to get my mind off of the monotonous grinding of like killing orcs or whatever all day long, instead of just be talking about my day while playing a video game. And sometimes like I'll see something in the video game and they'll be like, oh, that reminds me of so and so I used to hang out with all the time, or what have you, But how's the holiday been treating you? I know New Year's is literally 2 days ago. Like,
oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, New Year's is 2 days ago. I hadn't seen you since.
It's been a while.
It was before Christmas.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like I said, I've been I've just been busy. Like for New Year's, I just went to like a bar and just hanged out,
Right.
You get free champagne and
okay.
And Happy New Year's.
I mean, you did more so than I. I sat in my room and put it on my TV and watched the ball fall.
Hey.
And it fell 49 seconds late on the live stream. So
did
it hit midnight and I was like, what the fuck? I looked at my phone and I was like, it's midnight. The ball's still at 49 seconds and I'm like, oh. Alright, well I guess I'm celebrating 49 seconds late New Year. My New Year's is pretty lackluster this year.
If I knew you were doing that, I could have invited you out here.
Yeah, I mean, if I knew you were having whatever, I would have come out here, but, that's all about communication.
Yeah. Well, we'll get in more contact, we'll make more videos and all together. I know, like, literally, let's see, you're, like, I would say, on a list, like, for gaming, I think like you're probably my go-to person. Like, hey, if this is going,
if you want to stream something,
yeah. If you guys want to
play,
I can't, because I'm not playing horror games alone yet.
This guy always constantly, come at me like, hey, I found this like really like Roblox. Let's play it. We'll see. You don't have to like get too invested into it or whatever, right? But let's just play it. It's kind of fun. And I'll be like, okay, I'll try it. And then we'll spend the next 3 hours pretending to be a pirate. Or, running around Toppin Island. What was that game called?
Salt, dude. Salt.
Yeah, Salt.
If you guys haven't,
playing Salt.
it's on. Go check out that game. Yeah, best graphics ever, dude. Best graphics.
And I'm sitting over here and I'm playing like AAA titles. Like I'm playing the new Star Wars. I'm playing Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up and you want to play Unturned? You want to play Unturned? I was like, bro, we haven't played that.
Unturned is such a freaking it's like what? It's pretty high up there on the free games on Steam.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's like 1 of 12, and the other 10 are competitive games that nobody wants to like play super competitive. Like I feel like those Unturned games are specifically for like trolling videos. Like if you're trying to troll like kids.
Me, Tango, and Photography, we actually started playing more of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's a lot of kids on there, right?
Yeah,
like
it's little kids getting
it's
like
pretty good
to a daycare.
But then like in a way, in a sense, like the kids have their own retro space,
right.
And then
so they have their like
then the actual players are like. They're hardcore. They're like they'll snipe and they'll be like target on sight.
I remember the first time I played Unturned, I got this stupid hunting rifle, right?
Oh, okay.
It had like 3 rounds in it. It killed 1 zombie. And I was like, you're kidding me. I finally got a gun in 3 rounds.
Like I think when you start becoming like sort of the like good players,
right.
You're sort of like it gives you
it starts to give you that
is like oh, I'm on top. What are you gonna do about it, kids? And then they'll look up to you. Oh, can you blah 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 blah. Yeah. And it's funny though, and seeing kids get mad and all that.
No, so I did that same thing, but I did it in GTA, right? I had on the PC, right? And I was like, I played the campaign like 3 times. I'm over it. Multiplayer, it takes so long to grind all that money to get the nice cars and stuff.
Yeah.
I really don't
grinding,
care.
dude.
Like, if I don't cheat in that game, I'm not gonna play it. So what I did was
confession time.
So I modified some of the files, or I got a program that modified some of the files in GTA, and I'm running around and I'm like, I'm one of these guys, right? I'm one of these guys who's like, hey, you need money? And then some kid come, yes, please. I was like, all right, all you gotta do is do some take this stupid smart car, right, and drive it to the beach. I don't care, and then I'll give you as much money as you want. And the kid's like, oh, okay. And he drives the smart car to the beach. He's like, can I get my money now? And then I just drop bags of money from out of nowhere, right on top of his head. And I was like, all right, scram. I don't need you anymore. Like typical douche with a whole bunch of money, kind of doing, right? Living out my life.
Okay, so we know what you're like with a bunch of money. Drive your Tesla in the beach right now.
I'll give you money for it. I don't care. Yeah, I guess technically, in that world, there's no consequences. So
that is true. That is true. Right? Yeah.
And then they start coming out with these big ass airplanes, and I fucking love planes, dude. Trust me, I'll fly anything in the sky. So I'm flying this cargo plane through the sky, and then some guy shoots me with a laser from the satellite, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know we had those. Buys
the satellite
and starts blowing everything up for $1 million. It's that easy. I see the appeal of fucking with people online. That's just the toxic community that's there now. It's really hard to have a legitimate good time while talking to someone online.
Yeah, it's really the people that are genuine hey, let's have fun and are 0 to none, because every now kids are they just are straight. Hey, I'm trying to ruin this game.
Yeah, no, not even though. They just like to talk. They like to talk mad shit.
Yeah, everything.
Because I don't know if it's because of some shortcomings in real life or whatever, right? They're compensating for being bullied.
Yeah.
Maybe they're being bullied in school or whatever. Or that's just where bullies transferred to. They transferred from in-person bullying to online bullying because it was safer. You can't really get in too much trouble for telling someone to kill themselves because they suck at a video game. It's the truth though.
That is true.
Actually, you know what though? I read something online recently. It was about this kid who said he was getting toxic. He was playing against these super toxic friends of his from school, right? He said online. He said, I'm gonna fucking bring a gun to school.
Oh my god.
The police showed up, to his house and arrested him for threatening someone or for threatening to bring a school in the first place.
Okay.
The kid said it was a joke. It doesn't matter. He just still went to jail. And I was like, well, you know, that kind of goes in, or that kind of ties in with our, you know, freedom of speech. Some people want to get rid of it because, you know, some people could be saying something but not really mean it, or say something but really mean it, you know?
Yeah, I know.
We can't do anything about it as a society because we have freedom of speech, which is to protect us from whatever the hell we say. And a lot of the times, I look up all this stuff online, and I'm just like, oh, you know, hate speech. I don't know if you've seen this guy. He's a viral YouTuber because of his controversies with like talking to students on campus about like hate speech isn't real. Changed my mind. You know, yes. So like he goes around to those campuses. I watch those ones because I think it's funny because some of the people get really heated for no reason because they don't know what they're talking about. and sometimes I do tie in with those people because he talks about politics, and you know, we're young and we really don't care about politics at this point in time. Like, it doesn't.
I'm trying to
think it doesn't affect us, right? But it really does solely affect everyone who's a civilian or a citizen of the United States, right? Or who our next president's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That still hasn't stopped me from not, you know, looking up who our candidates are. Right now, all I know is Trump's running for president again, and then like Bernie Sanders. That's about it, right? And those are two of like the most opposite side things.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into
Yeah. Let's just.
That's too
this
serious.
is a nice, friendly.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so you're streaming, right? Okay.
I'm starting streaming. I actually technically haven't started yet, but I do have all my stuff set aside to start. I don't know when.
I know your setup's a little like you're all over the place. So you just need to connect it all together.
Everything's just like everything's there. I just need to set it up.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what I want to stream. Like, if there's any videos you guys out there want to see me play, or anything you want to see me do, you know, put in the comments down below.
Yeah,
of
course.
Well, your T will hit me up.
I'll
be
like, hey, classified too.
People want to see you fucking stripping naked and running into the goddamn beach at like 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
Some kids paying me money.
Yeah, some kids gonna be paying me money. Right? That's how that works.
So, but yeah, and I would like to see you get on more and all that.
I mean, lately I've been just I've been on vacation.
Yeah.
I had just gotten out of the Marine Corps like 3 or 4 months ago, right? And I had all this like free time. I can do whatever the heck I want, no curfew whatsoever. I can just go out, do whatever the heck I want.
You're enjoying life.
So essentially I get my life back.
Yeah.
I'm no longer like
tied down.
A servant.
Yeah.
A slave to the government, you know, telling them to do this, be here at this time. I don't care if it's Christmas, you're gonna be here, kind of thing, you know. It's nice. It's nice to just, you know. That's why I'm like taking advantage of it, but I think I'm getting too lazy. Yeah, so I need to start like getting my butt back in gear, you know, start making videos again, go back to work maybe, or even just start school normally. But all that stuff is like, it's coming up.
So, I know you've been talking about this for a long time, you know, your streams and all that. What, you know, and I think it's, I don't know how long you had it, but the name Dickle.
Oh, yeah.
That's so weird. It's so weird.
Okay, so the story is actually it's a really, really short story, but I'm really bad at coming up with like usernames or names for characters that I have or anything, right? Like there'd be like playing Diablo or World of Warcraft with my brother. I'll be like, so I have to make a new character, right? And he's like, yeah. And then I'd be like, all right, I got everything except for the name. And he's like, that's always your problem, right? My brother's really creative. He's got like all these crazy like names. He got Fly Asian Dragon, and Zero, and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah, you know, that's how my sister was too.
Yeah,
like, it's like her name's like something you find off the periodic table or something.
Yeah. So I just think it's because of our lack of creativity with like the modern generation now. It's a little bit harder, but like back then, like they lived off of their usernames. Like, you remember AOL?
Oh,
and IMing each other, right?
Yeah.
You would have your username.
And
that would be integrated with you forever. We never had that, right?
Yeah, that's
we
true.
were young. Right? we had their AOL, but who the hell were we?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's where they mostly got it from.
Mm-hmm.
Is they spent a lot of time thinking about their names and what they wanted to be, who they wanted to be. You know.
I guess so. Yeah.
As a persona online. And as for us, like, you know, we didn't have that much time, or we didn't nearly put that much effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
So my name, Dickle, came from my brother, right? I was literally sitting, or I forgot what we were doing, but I was like, I cannot come up with a name. And he looks over, and he's like, just use Dickle. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, how am I gonna use the word dick in my username? Like I'm like 12, so I'm just like. That's not cool. Like,
that's weird. That's stupid.
Like, I'm not a kid. It sounds like I'm trying to be like funny or whatever, right? But then I thought about it some more, right? And my nickname when I was younger, it used to be Dill Pickle. Yeah, because I used to be tiny and everyone called me Dill Pickle, like pickles. Yeah, whatever. It's because my first name is Dylan. Right? Mm-hmm. So I thought about it more and I was like, Dickle, short for Dill Pickle. I'll take it.
And
then
the name
that just stuck with me since. Like I used this other one, Dildozer. Not spelled the same way. It's DYL, the first 3 letters of my
So where did that come from?
So I was streaming or I was looking at memes online or whatever, right? And I saw this this bulldozer, right? The yellow bulldozer, right? And attached to the front.
Okay, let's just. We're
I saw that and I was
like,
that's interesting. And then I thought about it some more and I was like, oh, like it doesn't have to be, you know, the actual word. It could be the first 3 characters of my name, you know, with Dozer. So it'll be Dylan Dozer.
Okay.
So Dildozer, yeah.
Okay.
That's how that kind of came to be.
All right.
What about you, Tiger T? Like,
where
did that come from?
I was hoping you wouldn't say that because honestly, I don't know. Well, like a long time ago, like I had like a nickname. It was like one of my first nicknames ever, and it was T. T. Like because I think that's because I didn't remember my name. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I was like, oh, my name's Travis. T. So then after a while, you know, it's sort of, honestly, I think of it more of my real name now because I hear it more often than my real name now. It's kind of weird. And because all my friends will call me Tiger or T, right? So the nickname T sort of stuck with me. Mm-hmm. And then after a while, you know, the year of the tiger, you know, and I liked tigers at a time, and you know, funny thing. Anyway, so after, you know, school and all that, I had T and all, and one of my friends said she was, I don't know, she was just an acquaintance, right? Not even like someone specific.
Yeah. Someone you knew.
Yeah. And she would just be like, ooh, Tiger T, right? I'd be like, yeah, that's me. And then, so searching for colleges, I got this thing right here, right?
Where is that from? Which college is that from?
I don't know. Okay, but listen, it had a shirt on it with a big letter T on it.
Okay.
So then, you know, I was like, okay. And, you know, I was like, whatever, Tiger, you could call me Tiger, you could call me T. Right. And then after a while, you know, I lost this for a long time. Okay. Then I saw it again when I was going through my creativity. I said, you know, I need to think of a cool name for my YouTube channel. Because, like, before it was, I have no idea. That was literally the name of my first YouTube channel.
I have no idea.
Yeah, there's one, I only have one video, and it was on, because it was on my, what do you call it? My old laptop, like when I used to make videos for it, like my POS laptop, and I put it, you know, I put its like files on my computer. I said, what is this? And then it's like, oh, what's going on? I have no idea here. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, because I had to take it down because of some issues and all that. So I was like, dang, and then that was before, and then I was like, so I need to make it a new one, and
All right, I have another question for you.
Of course.
Do you remember when your first video was? Your first video that you posted on YouTube?
Like before Tiger Tea?
Actually, because so from my experience, right, I was 12, 13-ish, right?
Okay.
And for Christmas, I had gotten this camcorder, this really cheap camcorder, right? And I don't know if you remember my friend Brendan.
Yeah, of course.
We made
Of course.
at the time, Paranormal Activity was a really big hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So me being like 11 to 13, between those ages, we made a Paranormal Activity video on a really shitty camcorder, and it is still on YouTube to this day. I'm not gonna release the information because it is very embarrassing.
I will
show you.
I want to see it.
I will show you. You know what? You can. I'll give you a clip to put in to this part.
Okay.
Right, and they can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't give them the source file. Because that shit's embarrassing, dude.
That's crazy.
Oh, like that was my first.
That was your first
that
video?
Was my first. It's still on YouTube to this day.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it under your?
No, it's under a pseudonym
a different...
that I created when I was younger too. But that one is very childish. I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
My first video. Before this one, it was on I Have No Idea's channel.
Is that still on you? No.
No, I had to delete that channel. It was doing good. It was at like 40 subs.
Why'd you have to delete it?
Long story of my personal life, so I'm not gonna go through it because I'm not gonna get in trouble again. But
fair enough.
But like big trouble.
Yeah,
like
fair,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
I understand.
So, I did a lot of moto vlogs on there.
I saw one of them.
Yeah, that was the only video I had.
Okay.
And that was the one where I got.
That was on the Rebel, right?
Yeah. That's when I almost got hit by a car. That
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
I had to go off road.
That was kind of clickbait too.
Well, it looked a lot scarier in person. Okay,
That's
like
fair.
the GoPro did not do justice. I'm telling you, it was really close. Okay, like when he came into me, and I was like, so like it was like I was super mad. I was cussed. I was like no. So but it was a little clickbait. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Hey, but you know what? You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, but
clickbait
that was But before that, I think. Jeez, I don't know. I had to be a moto vlog. Yeah, I was really into moto vlogs before.
I want to do a moto vlog, at least as a sub part of my channel, like, because I want to do one where I work on my car. I want to do one for gaming, and I want to do one for motorcycles.
Yeah,
those are my three favorite things.
If that's your niche, I would just stick with that because
it depends on what the people want, right? I'm not gonna put up motor vlogs if people don't care, right?
I mean,
it's hard to put up like videos when people don't really care, right?
Not necessarily.
It makes the effort you put into it a little bit more like.
I think it should be like what you like.
Well, I mean, why don't we ask the people? You know.
Well, like I mean, like yeah, of course, like, but as a creator, I think like
what makes you unique should stand out.
Yes, okay. Yeah, like if you enjoy making like car or motor vlogs, like you should strive for that. Like that's what you like to do. That's what you're gonna do.
I think if you can talk about it for like a very long time, for more than like a day, I think you'll be able to do it because I think that the people are interested in the way and how enthusiastic you can be about something.
Yeah, like if someone asked me, if like 10 subscribers asked me like, hey, do makeup videos, I'm gonna be like, no.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that.
Actually, you know what?
Oh my god, you're this guy.
No.
Since you guys recommended this.
No, I honestly think you should try it.
No.
I as a standpoint for understanding the difficulties that women have to go through, right?
I get
of getting ready, right? But you don't really get it because you haven't really done it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why not. If that's what they want. If they don't give two shits, then don't do it. Because if you don't give two shits and they don't give two shits, then it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, but like I said, I guess from like
if they ask you to do it, I think you should do it.
I would do it.
I still think you should
do it.
It's funny as fuck, dude. I would put makeup on.
I would do it in my sense, like some makeup channels, like there are channels just dedicated to makeup, or fashion.
I think makeup is one of those things that fall in as in like art.
Yeah.
It's art that everyone sees, right?
Yeah, same way with cars too.
Yeah, it's all art. If you're passionate about it and you're good at it, on top of that, then why not, right?
Yeah. I think, like I said, I just think, in my opinion, I think it should be like what you enjoy as like yourself. I think that's what you should stick with. Like, if you like doing motovlogs and all that, like, I think that's like you can make it hardcore. Like,
I mean, that's the only reason I say that.
That's when you get sponsored by like, like
Kawasaki.
I like working on cars.
That's a very far.
That's very far.
That's like I'm looking at like 20 years of like investment into my channel. Right now, it's just something I'm doing as a hobby, so it's like
I like doing it because I get to meet, like, interact with some people that I haven't talked to for a long time. Because I tell them about my channel and they like, oh yeah, I watch your videos still. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's nice to actually like get to know someone over the internet. Like so say like you live in like California, right? And then they watch your videos, they're like, oh, well, like, I share some of the same points of view that this guy does, or he's fucking funny, I want to, like, talk to this guy.
Yeah.
Right? And then it comes to, like, when they actually get to meet you, it's the craziest feeling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like, I didn't really meet him, but there's this guy, he's in Canada. I have a subscriber in Canada. Weird. Yeah.
Hey,
if you look at the demographic, it's really in Canada.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I talked to him over Instagram. He's like, wow, this is awesome, and he subscribes and everything, and it's just it's a good feeling. It's crazy, and I enjoy making it for everybody too. And I think now when channels are like decent size, I would say like 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. Not one of those channels that are like top 10 videos. So
the
like
one that actually interact with their audience or whatever.
Yeah. These are the like my channel, probably your channel. Yeah, your streamer are like the ones that actually interact. Like not like
get to know people who actually care about what you.
Yeah, like on today's list of 10 different foods in California. That's
different. That's like information.
Yeah, that's like information.
You don't get to know the person behind the voice.
Yeah, those channels are like, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. Like those aren't
I can see why people would subscribe to those.
Because
subscribe to them.
Yeah, like
I want to know.
You want to know what's the top 10 diseases in California?
Yeah, but there's actually this one time I was watching this video. The new Spider-Man actor? What's his name?
Yeah. The kid. Yeah.
What's his name?
He's not really a kid, but
no, but
the
actor, I love him though. He's like my favorite actor of all time right now.
Really?
But I can't remember his name for the life of me, which is not very.
And that's not really
looking good. That's how much I actually enjoy him. Oh, what is his name? I am gonna have to figure this out because this is.
My favorite actor is definitely Keanu Reeves. I don't want to jump.
Okay, Keanu Reeves is pretty badass.
I don't want to jump on the bandwagon ever since but I like him since.
But Keanu Reeves has always been.
Yeah, he's always been.
Ever since Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix. Oh my god, I was sold on it.
Tom something. His name is Tom something. What's his name? Please tell me. Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Tom Holland. I know I'm a fan, but Tom Holland, he's really cool, right? He was on this. Was a talk show, or he was getting interviewed by somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the lady from Watch Mojo.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. Yeah, her voice, it's super iconic, but you never think about it until you actually meet the person, right?
Yeah, because like those,
For us, it's just a voice.
It's just a voice.
But when you actually could put that voice to a face, it's the craziest thing.
Really?
Because you never see her face, right? If you guys never saw her face, right, and you heard our voices, right, you would have a creative image of us in your own way, and none of them would be the same, right? Just from my voice, they would probably picture something.
Ew,
they would look for you. Yeah, exactly. They'd be like, "Who the fuck is this guy rambling on about some crazy ass shit?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they put an image, something associated with my voice, right? Until they actually saw me.
Right.
And sometimes it will be sometimes I do this thing where like if somebody doesn't typically do a video stream, right, or a camera stream,
yeah,
and they just do their voice, right, I have this image in my head of them, and then sometimes when I actually see them, I'm either, oh wow, that's this is what he looks like, or I'm actually a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
And I always feel kind of bad when I'm a little bit disappointed because in my head I always imagine them to be like, I'm not gonna say they look dumb, but in my head they look a lot cooler.
Yeah. I was like, wow, like I remember like, I don't want to say his name, but there's this one guy he played like Counter-Strike with a lot of his friends,
right.
And I really enjoyed them. I didn't know it's just their voices and their jokes, and then I saw it was just some
yeah. You don't want to actually meet your hero. Yeah, that's the thing about meeting your heroes. It's like, why do you gotta look like that? Why you gotta look like that? That's exactly what comes up, and it makes me feel so bad because it feels like I'm devaluing them.
Yeah, it's like, but it's like.
But nobody's perfect.
Yeah, in your imagination, it's like, oh, that's who they are. Like you imagine them like, oh, they're this guy, they're that, and then you look at them and it's like, no, that's not that guy.
Yeah, no.
But then when they talk and the voice matches up, it's like
you're like, wow, that's
them.
That's them. Without a doubt, that's him.
Yeah.
So the guy who voices Archer in Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah.
The same guy. I imagine him looking like Archer a little bit, like suave.
Oh
like
yeah.
Gentleman spy kind of thing. Maybe not so gentleman-like, but you see a real picture of him. And you'll probably put it up in the post-production.
I'll put up something.
Actually, here. I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah.
Right? And it's actually quite lackluster. I was like, this is the guy I looked up to in Archer, and Bob's Burgers is whatever. I never really watched the show, but
yeah, and
he looks average. He's not bad looking. He just looks
average. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah, for us as like streamers and a YouTuber, I think it's more like, since our faces already are on the cover and all,
it's like they don't have
I think it's like
anything.
Make it or break it in a way, like we
this
can't.
Guy.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Oh yeah. I mean, it'll be up in the.
Yeah, it's all right, but
he looks so like average. I mean, look at this picture of him. Like,
yeah, that's pretty.
There's nothing like it's not what I imagined him to be. His voice is very suave. I guess you could say he could almost be like a gentleman spy with that voice.
Yeah.
Which is what I admired about him. But when I saw him, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're a little bit older than I thought you would be. But that's fine. You are who you are. I can't change.
Yeah, and but like, with people like us, where our faces are already shown, I think it's like, hey, it's like.
But I also do like the mystery of.
Yeah,
not being able to see someone's face.
Yeah.
You know Swagger Souls?
Oh yeah.
He showed his face once, but technically he didn't show his face because it's up for like interpretation, right?
Mm-hmm.
People have to guess who he is still.
Mm-hmm.
But technically he showed his face, and I like that. Right? I don't want to know what he looks like because as I know him, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's fucking hilarious.
I feel like if his face
if I saw his face, I think it would ruin it for me.
It would ruin. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
It depends. Like, not to be like me and like I don't want to be like that guy who's like superficial about looks or whatever. That's what I'm trying to overcome is the superficial looks.
Yeah.
To get to know someone without actually seeing them is different than actually seeing them. Because based off
you fell in love with their
personality, who they are,
literally who they are, yeah.
So, obviously, the first thing you do when you meet someone is, the person's gonna look at how you dress.
Yeah.
Gonna look at your smile, right? Number one thing is your smile.
Can you imagine everybody's just an audio clip, just walking around playing? Oh, that person
sounds kind of cute. I'd suck his dick probably, right? Is that how that works?
The new dating site right there, dude.
Yeah, just an audio clip.
Tinder, it's like a Tinder, but you just.
Sexy like.
Hey, I'm Steve, and this is my voice.
Imagine, dude. Oh man, hey, you know what? Someone should do that. Fuck you, right?
Yeah. I'll join it.
I mean, I try it out. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna get matched up with another dude.
You can't send like photos. You know, you can only send audio clips.
Your first date has to be over the phone. If you actually want to go on a date with this person, you have to call them. Imagine that.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That'd be interesting though.
I think that would overcome a lot of people's like superficial like judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Like then that way like anybody could like meet, you know, whoever.
Yeah, like anyone can be matched with whoever, right? You wouldn't know until you actually met.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because then you would be like, oh, I didn't realize we had so much in common.
Well, then again, that leads to like meeting like.
Well, yeah, okay.
Can you imagine like okay, you can't put an age to it, so like
yeah,
hey,
yeah, that's
like
true. That's another thing though. That's the whole trust.
And then that leads to like kidnapping and all. So
yeah. Yeah, no, that's why we don't fuck with dating websites. Yeah.
But then again, that could work the same way too. You know, like a girl could put up a picture of anything like online, or a guy.
Like they do it all the time. Like
yeah,
jokes just to see or show you the vast differences between women on Tinder and men on Tinder.
Yeah, right? And it's just like, you know, you see like people, like you could tell a fake from a real because maybe a little pixelated and all.
Well, no, because sometimes they get permission, right, to use pictures of people, friends they know, like super hot.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, yeah, can I use your pictures? You know, I'm gonna like catfish somebody or something like that, you know, or just to see what it's like, how it feels to be a girl on Tinder. That's like the biggest thing right now.
Is it?
Yeah, like a lot of dudes.
How's it feel to be a sexy audio clip?
Yeah, right. But people can like. They're really good at mimicking that. People are really good at mimicking that, like, or they can even just go on the computer, right, and then alternate their audio file to make them sound like a girl, and you'd never know.
Yeah, like
so. I think we'd have to get over this whole like toxic community thing for that to work. Obviously. Yeah. But as it stands right now, most people are just gonna judge each other based on like a picture.
Yeah, looks.
And you know what you say about yourself in your bio, but I guarantee you it's like 70% picture and 30% of what you put in your fucking bio. And if they do like it, it's like 90% of what you say.
Yeah, when I was on this dating app, like I didn't even look at bios info. I'm sorry.
No, that's the difference between dudes and I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Well, at the time I wasn't really looking for dating. It was just like
you're just looking for like a hookup.
Yeah, well, not even like meeting new people in a way. Like it didn't matter who you were. Like you could have met some crazy person. I just wanted to meet you. You know, just be like, just meet you. Like, hey, I'm trying to make some friends here. You know.
Is that what you put in your bio? I just want to meet you.
No, I don't have any dating apps right now, so I'm not really looking for anything.
Yeah, I don't think I have very much luck on dating apps because of how superficial they are.
A little bit.
Yeah. Like I also don't. I'm not really good at texting either. I'm good at conversation. I'm not good at texting.
Yeah. When me and More Money were talking about it, we were like, you know what, like, how do you approach someone like, if you like them, like.
Do you go the honest, earnest route, or you go the fucking
like you or like you say a bunch of like I once won the spelling bee in 3rd grade.
The fucking spelling bee. The spelling
bee. That's me.
I spelled minute like a goddamn master. No fucking idea.
Under a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And you know it like, and you know the people as I said, you know, people who say like, hey, hi, what's up? Nothing.
So
like those I can't.
I backfire off of awkwardness.
What do you mean, like?
So I make an enjoyable moment out of awkwardness.
Okay.
So I don't think of it as being like, okay, well sometimes it can be a little awkward depending on what I'm thinking or how I'm feeling, right? It could be like a joke at my own expense, right? Mm-hmm. I'd be like, oh, you don't want to date me anyways. I got a tiny penis. Yeah, right. You break the ice with some humor, right? Some shit like that. That's how I approach it.
That like, well, I don't make it awkward in a way. Like if I make
it is awkward, that's how.
If I make it awkward, that means I don't really. You're pissing me off. You're making me mad. I don't care about you. Like I'm gonna give you short responses. Like if you're like, but if you're someone I want to like talk to or like have interest, and they ask me, hey, what are you doing? I said, well, I just got done doing blah blah. I'll give them like an essay or some shit.
Right.
Like elaborate, because
right.
Like I find interest in what they want to say or something. Or
is this over text or conversation?
Text.
Okay.
Conversation. I'll be.
So that's what I mean by conversation. For text, I'm not good at texting. I do like one word.
So you're the person. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
What's up? Not much. What about you?
Exactly. You know who this. No, but it'd be like this. It'd be like, okay, well, hey, what are you doing today? Oh, nothing much. If you want to hang out, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Right. And then sometimes they don't let me know. Sometimes they do let me know. I'm like, okay, I'll be by this time. I keep it short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I prefer face-to-face conversation instead of like looking at my phone and looking at a bunch of words, because the text can be misconstrued sometimes.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I have a way of reading it, but
yeah, everyone has their own way of reading it, right? But say if you're in a bad mood, right, and someone texted you and they're like, yo, what the fuck you doing? It could be like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Or, hey, yo,
you messing with my girl?
What the fuck you doing? Dude? Like, let me come over and hang out. It all depends on how you're feeling, right? Or how your brain interprets how you know me or how.
There's a lot of way to say like.
That's why I'm not really good at texting, because the way I say things on there, it sounds boring.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it kind of sounds like I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Like I try to make it where
I try to engage a little bit, but I'm not that good at it.
Yeah, I try.
I think that's an art somebody has to master.
Mm-hmm.
It's just messaging. Oh, that's my phone.
And. And yeah, I think in person. In person I try. I'm pretty outgoing. Like I'll.
Yeah. I can tell you.
I could talk
you hold yourself, right?
Yeah, like
you have this podcast.
Yeah, I could just talk.
Exactly.
Like about
we can go back and forth for a whole day if we really wanted to.
Yeah, and I like when it comes to people, So that's why I think, but when it comes to like this kind of stuff and all, I'm passionate about, so I'll talk forever. Yeah. So that's.
I think that's why podcasts and such things are like pretty popular. People like to express their ideas, and then other people like to go along with those ideas, right? If you agree with something, you want to fully support it, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I got into podcasts. I was like, oh, I like what these people are talking about, Oh, I found out something new today based off of what these people were talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And I always thought that was like an interesting thing, like.
Okay, so when you do your videos, like, how are you and your viewers? Like, what connection do you have to them?
As it stands right now, I have zero connection.
Zero.
Connection. I don't know what they want from me.
I feel that. Like normally I'll be like, oh, say something in the comments. They'll like.
They won't say anything.
Well, they say something, but it's not related to the video whatsoever. They'll be like, oh, I saw you, blah blah blah, or that was funny. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so
but
in that case, right? Like, if we were streaming right now, we would engage the audience. We'd be like, hey, ask us a question you want to know about us, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes the audience doesn't know what to ask, or they just have nothing to ask, right? So it's kind of hard to like engage them when they don't know you. They don't know how you act. They don't know how you're going to answer these questions, and they're not honestly, they're not really interested at the moment.
Yeah,
they're just checking you out to see what potential you have, for being funny.
I guess that's what
being engaging.
Yeah, like, or how active, or like what's.
I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna like go there, but I'm gonna go pretty close to there. Like Twitch thoughts.
Oh, you can't say that, man.
Why not?
That has a lot of backfire. Okay, as long as we don't say like.
We won't specify.
Yes,
we won't specify who, but they do exist.
They do, yes.
Right? And
basically, non-stripper.
Yeah, they don't.
Webcam models or whatever.
I mean, they have, open colored shirts, and they just have a little,
just a little bit.
Something that draws the attention.
Yeah.
Right.
But the girls that are like, that don't do it and actually like do it for games and all, and I think they're more of like more streamers than Twitch.
Yeah. The gamers,
I get that they're
hard,
using
it's hard
it.
For
they're
me
using
to imagine like a typical gamer girl.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
What comes to mind is like a slutty girl with a remote control or a game controller, or an Xbox controller, right? That's what comes to mind, right? That's just because of what's integrated in our brains, right? For so long, right, it's been known to male gamers, right, that females don't game. They play with dolls or whatever, right? Back in the day. Now
guys
it's like,
play sports.
Now kids can do whatever the heck they want.
Yeah,
They have the freedom to express themselves how they feel. If you're a boy and you want to play with toys that usually girls play with, you're entitled to that because,
they're action figures.
Well, it depends, right?
Yeah,
if a boy wants a Ken Barbie doll, a Ken Barbie doll. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's like, but then it goes into the play like when Twitch was like used like for platforms for people that actually like interact. I get like if you want to like just.
I don't even know how Twitch started. Did people just want to watch other people play video games live?
Yeah, it is a gaming. It was like
I could see it for a competitive gaming, right? But
yeah.
Also at the same time, there are the people who are like, oh, I can see every move this guy's doing, and I can kill him if I'm in the same game as him. The
Twitch streaming or whatever. Stream snipers. Yeah.
Those guys. Yeah, I don't fuck with them.
Okay.
Most of the time, that's why most of the time I usually stick with. Excuse me, sorry, this beer's getting to me.
Yeah, mine's.
Yeah. So yeah, most of the time it's like, I play single player games so that I can still engage my viewers if they want to talk to me.
Like non-competitive.
Yeah, non-competitive.
Yeah.
I just want to play for the story or just for the satisfaction.
Yeah, I think I think the people who play like competitive are more like up there, like more of a skill kind of like.
Yeah.
To where they're
doing it to showcase their skill, right?
Yeah.
And then even then people can learn from just watching. Because that's how some people learn. They're visual learners. I think I'm more of a hands-on learner. I either need the material written word for word on what to do, on like a piece of paper, or someone needs to show it to me. Like physically, I have to do it with them. They can't just show it to me and they'd be like, okay, try doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if it's a more complicated task, it'll be like,
step by step kind of.
Yeah, so I was on this forum, right, for the Z3 to strip the entire interior. The entire Z3 interior has mold in it, right?
Yeah.
So I had to take the seats out, I had to take the center console out, and on this forum it was like, to take the seats out, it's 4 bolts, easy day. That was easy, right? And then he's like, you also have to disconnect the electrical connections underneath the seats. And I was like, okay, that's not too bad. I just pull them apart, then pull the seats out. The seats are like 40 pounds each or whatever. Pull them out, set them off to the side, right? To tear the center console off, they're like, take 4 screws off, you're good. And then I'm like plucking off these little plastic covers for screws. There's like 10 of them. And I was like, okay, well the 4 may not have gone in completely right. Maybe I misread it or something.
4, 10, I'll just do all of them.
So I'm like taking all these screws out and I was like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, okay, I think I should be able to lift it up and take it out now. And I pull it up and there's like 2 screws in like the back and they're pointing up and I was like, how the hell do I take these out? It was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what I was saying before.
About the Twitch.
Yeah, about how
learning and all that. Yeah. But I do see that's for more intense. I feel like if you were doing that, you wouldn't really be so much engaged with your audience.
Yeah, that one's not so much Twitch. That one's more YouTube for me.
Really, you think YouTube is? I think Twitch
for tearing down the car. I think it's more of a YouTube. It's more.
Yeah. YouTube's more of that. I mean,
it's more of like a step by step on how I did it, right, and what you can learn from my mistakes on YouTube.
I mean, someone playing Fortnite, for example, someone all right, guys, we're gonna get the battle royale, and they're just
I never really understood
they don't look over because they're focused on the game, on the story mode.
But sometimes they still respond to some of the messages that are.
Well, I feel they do that for donations. The only way for them to answer is through donations, and I'm like, that's it.
I mean.
Yeah, it's smart, but I feel
it's a way to filter out, all the excessive crap people talking about.
Yeah.
If they're talking to each other, then if they're talking to you, then you have to donate.
And I see. Yeah, that's a good point. Good way to help out and interact. But I feel like I don't want to have to be I don't want someone to have to pay me to tell them that my videos like made them happy because
or like if they ask you,
I wish there was a way to filter like the bad from the good.
So when people like that's what moderators are for.
Yeah,
right? You have moderators, right? And if someone's seriously asking you a question, the moderator can bring it up to you without having to pay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think most people they streamline the process by paying to make it easy.
Yeah.
So essentially,
and it helps out.
Yeah, essentially for them, it's like supporting someone they really appreciate, someone they enjoy watching. Ergo, Tim the Tap Man or whatever.
So back to the original. Like, so what are your do you have any struggles when you try to like talk to any of your viewers or anything?
Oh, constantly. So sometimes I don't know. So it's easier to engage someone face to face, or even over a computer, right? You can talk if you can hear their voice and you can talk to them. I find that
easy.
A million times easier.
Okay.
Than guessing what my viewers want me to say, or not guessing what they want me to say, but guessing what they want to hear about me, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to tell them all this useless information they don't care about, right?
I guess in a way it builds you up, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. But I'd rather I know what you mean, like.
I don't want to bore them.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of me being here and on Twitch is to entertain them. Right?
Yeah, it's to be, I want you to
do something that's new, right? Something that somebody else agrees with. You just want me to leave all these beers in there?
Yeah, you could just. I can see it on this. You can just get a pile.
Don't worry. By the time we're done,
you could put that one over there too.
You want another one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'm not That's how you with your viewers. So that's your main.
A lot of my viewers don't interact with me anyways. A lot of them just watch me, and I don't know why they watch me. It leaves me with this question after I'm done streaming. Was that good enough for them? That's why I have a suggestion box on my stream. Give me something. Give me something to work with here.
Yeah.
I've got 3 people, maybe 4 people every now and again who tune into my stream. But my biggest accomplishment was when I was playing Pacify and Alien Isolation.
And those.
And I realized at that point that they wanted to see me scared.
My people don't want to see me scared because they're scared of it too.
I was terrified, and I was
like, yeah, I'm not watching that. That's scary. I'm like,
this one time I was so scared, right? I didn't play a horror game for a solid 6 months. I went back to a child. I was playing, Pikmin on GameCube. I've been playing these Nintendo S games from the GameCube on an emulator on my computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a pretty chill game, right? With something just in the background for me to talk, essentially.
Okay.
But I didn't know what to talk about, so I talked about the game. And I was basically talking to myself about the game. And that's essentially what streaming is, right?
Yeah.
Before you get anyone engaged in your stuff, you're sitting here talking to yourself, playing a video.
That's how vloggers are,
Yeah, and I was never really comfortable with that because talking to yourself is construed as being crazy.
Yeah, I guess unless if you feel like you're talking to someone. Mm-hmm. Let's say if it was
if you were talking to me, right, and I was playing a game.
Yeah.
Then that would be the background for us talking. I probably wouldn't leave a camera up for me or for you. It would just be a video game. And us talking about topics like this.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I don't have someone like that.
So when you're alone.
Yeah, so I'm alone.
Yeah, it's hell. I'm like, how are you gonna do that?
It'll straight up be if none of us say anything and I'm just like, so I'm picking up this flower off the ground to bring back to the alien. Yeah, no, it's just awkward feeling, I don't know what to talk about.
So if you're making a video of a game.
And you're live streaming, right? You don't have, or most of the time, I should be doing this. I don't have topics to just bounce off of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really good at just talking. I used to be really good at just talking to myself and continuously talking for no reason.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. Sorry to go off though, but when I my channel, I have no idea. I did a gameplay session of The Forest.
Oh.
Yeah, and I would play that by myself, and it was freaking banging. I used to get 40 views, as more views on it than I did subscribers.
Yeah.
And that was my niche. and it was scary when the caves and the
and
mutilated
the
monsters.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but in a way, after a while, it sort of became normal.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, how it was easy. It just, you overcame your fears.
Yeah, but at the first, I was like,
at some point they stopped scaring you because you can fight back.
Yeah.
But so the one game that doesn't do the Outlast.
Oh my god, Alice is run and hide.
That is a true horror game.
Yes,
I tried playing that on my stream, but it's been like so overly done. And when I was younger, I watched it when it first came out. And that's the thing, when we were younger, right? The only reason we watched YouTube videos was because we couldn't afford the games.
Yeah, we couldn't do it.
Yeah, we couldn't dish out the money to buy the game, so somebody would, right? And we liked certain people the way they played because we would play just like them, right? So it was us living through them without having to spend the money.
Yeah.
So
and you follow them too, so it's like, hey, this is a part of me.
Yeah. This is how this person reacts. I agree with his choices. Like Detroit Becoming Human. You played that game?
I haven't played. I watched someone play.
You can see you watch. I was play it, and that way you don't have to spend the money yourself. But I thought that game was so good that I was like, you know what? I want to do what I would choose to see how I would end up.
That has so many endings. Though.
Yeah, it's got like 4 or 5 endings. I don't think it has
really.
Many.
I thought it had like 40 endings.
Maybe it does. I don't know. I haven't really finished it.
That's so big. It's a big.
But that's the one thing I don't like about watching YouTube is it kind of ruins the experience of games for me. Now I'm trying to find all these different games. So there's this game currently that I plan on streaming on Twitch. It's called I forgot what it's called. It starts with an O. It's like Overwatch or Overlook or something like that. And you play as a robot controlling the Central Space Station.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right, and you're in there, right? Your little fucking ball from like the same kind of ball from like Portal, right? Weasley, that same kind of thing. You play as something like that, and you float around, and the story goes on as to why like everyone in the space station is dead except for this one chick, and it apparently was your fault, the robot's fault that everyone died. Really? But you don't know why, because you're starting off as a robot with like fresh memory, as someone new. So you don't know what the story's going on until you progress through the story. That's crazy. Yeah. And the only thing, it's Observation. It's called Observation. Check it out, or you can watch me play it on my Twitch stream, which will be linked in the comments. Yeah,
I'll link it. I'll link everything for.
I have.
Because if I know some of you wanted to find out more information. They're like, who's this guy? Who's this Dickle? Why is?
So yeah, you guys can watch me play that. It's a pretty interesting story. The only thing I have to say is if you get motion sick, it's not a great game because it's space, right? You don't know which way is up because you're floating, right? Until you look at Earth or you look at something to pinpoint yourself and where you are in space, you could be upside down the entire time. You wouldn't know. It's really hard to control, but I found a lot of enjoyment out of playing it. It kind of has its creepy aspects too because it has something to do with like otherworldly entities fucking with your electronics.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, if you really want to know more, you can always just watch it on my stream, which I will be doing eventually. Sooner than later. Yeah, sooner than later. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll get everything, and like personally, with my problems with my viewers is that I'm at the point where it's like, okay, I found what I like, and I could like adjust to what.
Yeah, but then do they like it? That's the other question.
Like whether they like it or not, I mean,
you're still gonna do it.
I'm gonna do what I like, of course. And if they don't like it, that's fine.
I mean,
I'm very open. I have podcasts, car mods, vlogs.
Yeah, I mean,
I have everything.
There's like 8 billion people in this world. There's got to be someone.
Yeah, there's
someone at least.
Yeah,
one. I mean, there's already a handful. Like, what do you say? Like, you have 100 or something.
157. Thank you guys. That's crazy.
150 something subscribers.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, a lot. Yeah, I know. I'm thankful for all of them, and I want to do it. I'm gonna try doing another giveaway. I know a lot of you did like the Razer giveaway. That was for more of my gamer people out there. I'm gonna try doing something else for you guys.
I mean, I might start doing giveaways too because I have a lot of stuff.
Really?
I have a lot of stuff that I have, but I just don't need, or I had needed it, but I got new stuff, and I don't know if I want to sell it or if I can just give it away. I mean, if I give it
normally
away,
I would wait till like a certain
yeah.
Well, with my problem with my stuff is that, you know, someone who really likes my videos and someone who doesn't even like barely knows me won't even like stop and bother. So I kind of hope for my community to help me build my platform so I can help them even more. Because right now I'm kind of hand tied because I'm not, you know, I do want more subscribers so I could have more, you know.
Yeah, you have a bigger network. You have more viewers. You get more watch time.
Yeah, and I want to.
For that, you get money.
Yeah, and with more money, I could give back to you.
Viewers,
That's really why I want to do this. It's like I don't really care. You know, you guys see me working on my car. I'm always gonna do that.
Yeah.
If I could work on my car and help you guys out, you know, all the enjoyment for whatever.
For a payout, for a good enough payout.
Yeah, that's my main problem when it comes to like YouTube and all that. But you know, I'm happy with my number. I'm happy with my group. So you know, I'm just an overall generally happy person.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
My personal belief, right, is that a majority, like 90% of the people on this earth, right, are just out here to have a good time. Right? They're just on this earth to have. There's the 10% who are like, you know, fuck everything that this world has to offer, right? I don't give two shits who you are, where you're from.
Yeah.
You know, leave me the fuck alone.
I think those people are more.
That's the 10%. That's the 10%. Those are the people who are going to be miserable. But the 90% of people who actually are, you know, on this earth, they just want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you know, a majority of the time, that's just what we're here to do, is have fun.
Right.
I don't think we should overthink too many things.
Mm-hmm.
That just leads to stress, you know, discomfort, anxiety, relationship problems, all that stuff.
People start thinking like, you know, I think people nowadays, like kids, like all they care about is like money, you know, like.
I mean, so I read this thing, right? You said money cannot bring happiness, right?
I mean,
but I think that money, the more you have it, it has a diminishing return. So your joy out of something, the more you have it, isn't gonna match the amount of joy you receive from it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's say right now, right, we're kind of like middle class.
Yeah,
we're middle class, right?
Like,
so we would appreciate the more money, right? But if we were billionaires, right, and someone gave us another $1 billion, that wouldn't mean anything to us.
No.
So it has diminishing returns. Money can bring happiness,
like,
but just not all of it.
Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, like I see kids like, oh, I want Lamborghinis, I want Ferraris, I want a big mansion, like, and then you have to ask them like why, because your favorite rapper's doing it. He's probably doing it because, you know, he has 6 baby mamas or something, you know, like.
Yeah, but what they don't understand is the appreciation for the design and the beauty of the engine.
Yeah, like it's like, dude, this
somebody took
like you're not even a car person. You're just doing it for because it's expensive, so I want to drive.
Like I'm not really that much of a car person. That's why my favorite car right now is a 370Z or a WRX STI. Like mostly shaped through my brother's point of view. Like, you know,
but that's still like. You're not like going on a bandwagon with these kids with their favorite.
I just think it's like I think realistically a little more realistic.
They will eventually when they realize they can't. I mean, if you do, you know, congratulations, you did what you want to do. Like you got your Ferrari, you got whatever, you know, you.
But I don't think that should be the whole reason to
like
who you are or why you.
Yeah, like you. That's like what rappers do. That's sort of how they built their image, you know. They didn't have nothing, now they have everything, and you know, kids are like, oh, I want
One
that.
thing that pisses me off though is that some kids don't have the appreciation for old school rappers.
Oh,
like Snoop Dogg. Right? So Snoop Dogg.
I love Snoop Dogg.
Everyone's like, oh, Snoop Dogg. He's like,
oh yeah,
he's got a fucking cooking channel or a baking channel on Netflix or something like that. Is he
like,
really a rapper? That's what kids be saying, right? But they don't understand that he was once put on trial for doing some hood ass shit.
Yeah, like you, of course, like you have these.
Nowadays they have rappers like Tekashi 6ix9ine, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking rat out my whole crew or whatever, right?
Or I think more SoundCloud rappers shaped.
Yeah.
The kids, because they listen to, like, I listen to some of the music and it's kind of like it's not like, I don't want to say music, but it's like hood.
I know this one SoundCloud guy. It's not a rapper, but he plays some pretty good music.
Yeah,
and,
like
I used to work with this guy, and he was pretty freaking cool.
Like, for instance, like I'll say like Little Pump, you know, other SoundCloud rappers. Jeez, I don't, you know,
the small rappers that actually say things that mean something to them, right?
Yeah.
They don't rap about like, you know, bitches, drugs, money, cars,
clothes. Yeah,
they rap about actual.
Yeah, like that's what I like. But you know, some kids, the kids nowadays, they like. Jeez, I sound like a freaking boomer. But you know,
boomer.
Yeah, but you know, that's where it's like hard to appreciate, because now kids nowadays want to see like YouTubers like show off their stuff and all, because you know it's like Logan Paul. But you know, like it's like, oh, you know, Team 10, we just Ferraris, you know.
Yeah, look at all this cool stuff.
Look at all the cool stuff. Yeah,
right?
And that's what drives the kids.
And it's not realistic.
Like, yeah, it's like, why? Like, do you even
like he could be He could be, you know, out there actually like helping people. Like, I watched this YouTube video, or this YouTube channel called Yes Theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're very like influential, right? They believe that, you know, you live every day to the best of you, or to the best ability that you can, right? You help others, right, when you can, and then, you know, if you need help, someone will be there to help you. Everyone in the world is a genuine good person, right? Well, yes, theory, and they say that you know, you should always say yes to new experiences that you've never tried before, even if you're scared. Mm-hmm. Nothing like crazy, like
you want to try this drugs?
Yeah, nothing like drugs or anything like that. But it's like, you know, something to add a story to your life. Like, oh, you wanna go fucking skydiving?
Yeah.
They asked Uber drivers out of nowhere. They're just like, hey, I know you're taking me to this place. Do you want to go skydiving with us right now, on the spot? And if you say yes, we will take you free of charge. Those are the type of people I kind of admire. They're there for the people. They're there for the world, to make it a better place, to show that we all love each other, actually. You know?
Right.
Even if we're strangers, we can show that we are connected in some way. You know, that there's no reason to be negative. You know, everyone does what they have to do, right? Like fucking burglars, robbers. I don't think anyone does it necessarily out of
because they straight want to.
Yeah. I mean, there may be like the 10% that actually do want to just be mean to be mean. Right?
Yeah.
Like, some people have underlying issues.
It's always the 10%.
Yeah. But they always have like issues like, oh, my mom's in, you know, the hospital. Yeah, she can't live if I don't take this money.
Yeah, they're
different. Pushed in a corner.
Yeah, they're stuck.
I believe a majority of the people who are bad, or who did something bad, were pushed in a corner. Not because they wanted to,
like
because they had to.
Like, or if they were raised a certain way, you know, like I feel like
but that goes into the context of nature versus nurture.
That's true, yeah.
Right? Is it because, you know, the way you grew up and the way you were, you know, taught that you're a bad person? Or is it just because you were born that way? But I think the majority of it is both. You need both, right? If you were raised to be a fucking animal and fucking, like, you know, kill people, lay down fucking lives like it's fucking nothing, that's just how you were raised.
Like,
you can't prevent that.
Like some of the people in, like, bad areas, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like
you can't help that. You were just trying to protect
yourself. I bet you, like, if, like, whether, you know, you're straight out of the hood, or you're straight out of, like, a trailer park, or, you know, something, and your parents are like, oh, you can't, you hate those kind of people.
They throw their
they throw their
opinions
on yours, and then, because, you know, and those are the people who are feeding you.
Yeah, they force their opinions on you.
Yeah, they're like, that's what you think, and, you know, I think if you could fix that problem, it'd be so much better.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Well, I mean, currently our current problem is global warming, or global climate change. Is the issue we should be focusing on, because that's the future of us and the future of our children, if you so, you know, wish to have children one day.
I mean,
actually,
I still want a Ferrari.
Do you want children though? Like
me,
And if you do, like how many of each? Would you say it's the perfect ideal family? Two of each. One of each.
One of each.
Okay.
Girl and a son.
See, that's the problem though, because they say one of each is like the ideal thing, but if you have one girl and then one boy, right? But
if I have like
vastly different.
If I have 2 girls or 2 boys or whatever.
So like 4?
No. Once I hit the 2, I'm done.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, but like that's I think like I'm not picky. Like I will if my kid is like if if their views are different than mine, as long as they're pure, I'm not gonna interfere with like.
Well, we grew up separately, right? So you have, right? To my understanding, you have 2 sisters, right?
Yeah. 2
and
sisters.
I have a brother and a sister.
Yeah.
So I have the mixed bag, and you have just
the one side.
Yeah.
And then we need we needed someone else with.
Right, but how do you think that affected you growing up?
Me? Not
like having 2 sisters opposed to having a brother and a sister. Because I think it would affect me greatly because my brother is such a big influence on my life.
Of course.
And my sister too, but mostly my brother. Like.
Yeah.
Would you say like your sisters had a big effect on your life too, both of them, or just one more so than the other? I would think one's more so than the other. From what I understand.
Well, certain parts of my life, like when I was younger, one sister. But now that I'm older, definitely the other. Because I'm the middle kid. So when I was younger, I realized
you're the youngest.
Yeah, well, like, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, like in the time period. Like,
right.
The younger sister, right, of the 2 sisters,
right.
I would hang out when I was younger. Okay. But now the older one, when I realized I got, more responsibilities, I seem to be.
Or is it because the other one moved? She moved, right?
Yeah, she moved.
Where'd she go to?
But I feel like I still talk to them both, but I was more closer with the younger
Okay, wait. Before you continue, I think I know where you're coming from.
Yes.
Right? So when I was younger, right, my brother lived in California.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, I lived in California with my sister for 1 year during my 5th grade year. Right? So when I was younger, I stuck with my sister. And now that I'm older, I stick with my brother.
Mm.
But because of those situations, I had to stick with my sister. Right? When I went to California, I lived there with my grandma and my sister. Right? We were both stuck in a room. We were both going to school. We had to hang out every single day. Doesn't matter. Like that's just what we did. That was in our free time. I was there because I had to study, and my sister was just there for, I guess, emotional support for me because I was young. And then now that she's gone and done her own thing, right? I gravitate more towards my brother.
Mm.
But I think mostly because, becoming a man or growing up, it has an effect on me that I can ask him questions about, adult malehood, then,
Yeah.
Hey, something's going on. It's kind of weird. I don't want to talk to you about it, it's kind of
Yeah, and I think that all ties into, like, how we treat, like, who we are as a person to who we display. Like, for instance, on the internet and all. Like, this is who...
On the internet, we can display exactly how we want to be displayed.
Yeah, we don't have to...
We can edit this video based
and we could make it, like, only the funny, goofy parts.
Yeah.
Or we could just leave it, like, straight plain and show that this is...
this is exactly who we are.
Yeah, and that's what I like about my Hypecast. And I think that's what makes it more genuine and more pure to, like, creators. Mm-hmm. And if people who come on here, you can see their personality as well, like, because most videos are, like, edited to, like, then enjoy.
Yeah,
like,
just to show the good parts.
Yeah, the good parts.
Forget about the boring parts. Forget about all the awkward silence.
Yeah, like for this is, like, unedited, like, pure.
Yeah, this is us going straight to it.
Yeah, it's hard, like, and, it's who we are as a person, and, with all that said and done, we're going to getting a little rambling on, so I'm gonna end it here at the 1:30 mark. So
has it been an hour?
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. So you want to say some words to get out to the people?
So thank you all for watching, and if you want more, please do let me or Tiger T know, and we will bring you more of this.
Of course, always. It's always a joy for me to of course anything you guys want, and happy to help, happy to
You guys are welcome to leave your suggestions in the comments below, and we will, or Tiger T will specifically look at them.
Horror games by myself? No, though. No.
Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll be there. Trust me. If it's a horror game, it's probably because I convinced him.
Yes. When we made that video, hey, you should play this game.
You should have seen how long it took me to convince him.
Oh my gosh, I hated it.
And it actually did not take me as long as I thought it would take it.
Let's just hope that never happens again. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate all of you. Help me hit 200, guys. I really think our channel could grow and be something great. So
like goal of 300 though.
Yeah. All right, guys.
You can do it. I believe in you guys.
See you guys in the next video of whatever I make.
Deuces.